86. My god, I'm waiting for this series. I've been waiting for such a long time for this series because I've only heard praise for this series, okay? I've only heard praise when it comes to this series 86. And, you know, I tried to not get spoiled on this series. I didn't look for the synopsis. I didn't try to find too much information about it. The only thing I knew was that this series was extremely hyped by a lot of people, right? A lot of people were giving it a lot of praise, and that this series was about robots. And to be quite honest with you guys, I'm not a huge fan of robots, but I decided to give this series a watch to see what the series is about. And before I actually begin with, you know, my first impressions on this series, make sure to, of course, go ahead and to leave a like, and of course, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as I promise try to upload, you know, my first impressions on every single first episode of the anime of the season. I tried to keep up with all of the episodes, all of the first episodes, and try to give you guys my overall opinions on them. So make sure to subscribe for that. Also, make sure you subscribe to see anime and manga reviews pretty much on a daily basis as well. If I'm not able to upload videos daily, then of course I'll try to upload 1 or 2 videos throughout the week. So I'll always make sure to upload at least one or two videos throughout the week. If I'm not able to upload that week, I'll at least try to have a few videos, you know, ready for that week, so you guys don't miss out on any uploads. So yeah, so 86. Like I said, I've only been hearing a ton of praise for it, and I was going into this series without any knowledge of anything, right? I tried to not get spoiled on anything, and I'm so glad that I did, okay? I'm really glad that I did, because this series definitely looks like it's going to be one of the series that I'm going to love, okay? A series that has a lot of, you know, like, it's not afraid to kill off characters, and it has a, you know, really enriching and deep story. This is definitely up my alley. This is definitely something I really do enjoy. And let me give you guys a brief explanation what 86 is for those of you who don't really know and, you know, want to watch the first episode. So, pretty much what the first episode is going to be about is, of course, about our main character, main female character. You know, her trying to, you know, join these to join this group of people that pretty much they go into war. And it turns out that the opposing side has these robots that pretty much doesn't need a pilot in them. They don't need anyone inside the robots, and they're safe, right? They can send out the robots, and there will be no casualties for that side. However, for the Japan side, they try to do the same thing, right? And you can see at the beginning of this episode with the whole thing of, like, the news reporter pretty much saying that Japan has also created robots that can go into war, that there will be no more casualties. And then you find out later that that is not the case. That is not the case, and oh my god, man, this episode was so amazing. Oh man, like the foreshadowing. The foreshadowing of one of the deaths was unexpected, because you see these characters just being happy, them having a good time, and then you find out that they're the people who pilot the robots. And you're like, oh, we might not see them again. This might be the last time we see them. And lo and behold, one of the characters that I was really interested in, he, you know, died. He died. Because, like, right off the bat, I fell in love with all these characters. All these characters are like, they're like a family bond, right? They're bonded, and they always have fun and stuff like that. And that's something I really enjoyed. and that's why I fell in love with all these characters. And I've got a feeling that I'm gonna get really, really, really attached to these characters to the point where I'm going to cry every time it happens. I can just tell that I'm gonna cry in this series. I can just tell. Because I'm gonna be attached to these characters. It always happens when it's a series focused on a bunch of characters going into a war or stuff like that. I always get too attached. And oh man, like I really am gonna watch the series. I really am. And the foreshadowing for that character death was so unexpected, right? Because I saw the anime yesterday, and to this day, I saw it yesterday, and up until now, I still remember his words. If we die, let the Reaper guide us, or something along those lines. And then you see the cat jumping to him, and at first glance, you don't think of anything about it. But then, oh, man, like, currently I'm a bit speechless because this first episode was impactful. This first episode was definitely a great way to, get me into the series. It's a really great way to get me into the series. And there is a ton of mystery, okay? It definitely has a ton of mystery in regards to, like, why are these people piloting these robots, right? Why are they piloting it? Why don't they get any recognition for their hard work? Why are they in a abandoned house, right? Why are they there? What's going on? Also, why is literally every single person, why does every single person in the town except for them have white hair? They all have white hair. And that's a bit interesting, right? It's a bit interesting because, like, why is that? Why is it that everyone has white hair except for them? Is it because everyone else has been, experimented on? Is it because our characters, since they're far away from the town, they don't get anything done to them? Or is it because since they are, sacrifices for the war, is that the reason why they don't have white hair? Is that the reason? And also, why was our main character, our main female character, sent there? Like, what's the main reason for it? Right? Is she going to be sent there to die as well? Is it because people are fed up with her? Because at the beginning of the series, we get to see a few things about our main female character that people don't really like her as much, right? They don't really like her, and you got to see that throughout the series, throughout the first episode. You got to see that people don't really like her. So is that the reason why she is getting sent there? So many questions, and I'm so excited to see it. And if I watch this weekly, I'm gonna get too attached. And waiting for the next week, I'm gonna go crazy. Waiting for next week to see what happens to the characters. So what I'm gonna do is binge watch the entire thing. I think that's the best thing that I can do. Just bench watch the entire thing. I'll bench watch the entire thing once it ends, right? And then I'll do a full on review on it. Because I know that this series is gonna be amazing. I can just tell this series is going to be amazing, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen next, but I'll have to wait until the series is over. Otherwise, if I watch it weekly, I'm gonna get too attached to these characters, and it's gonna be torture waiting for the next week to see what happens. But yeah, like, I really am excited to see the series. Don't get me wrong, I really am excited to see the series. This series is by far, for me personally, I think that is the best series coming out this season. This is definitely one of the best series coming out this season, but because it's so amazing, I'm gonna have to wait until it ends. Otherwise, this series is gonna break me with the emotional strings. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say, guys. Hope you guys did enjoyed this video. Tell me your thoughts on the first episode of 86. What anime or manga would you like me to cover, tomorrow or next week? And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say, guys. Hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you all next time.